Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode, video on the Dr. John Smith Chloe Charlotte Cynthia CGM or YouTube video channel. What we're doing today, then, actually?
Lucky day.
Yes, John and a guest's thoughts on Doctor Who Lucky Day. So, picture the scene. It's Doctor Who, and it's not as good. I thought it's just as good episode as episode 2 and 3. But Archie here says no because he says no. So the computer says no.
If I could do a ranking right now, it would be the first one bottom, because I think it was rough.
Yeah.
The second one, oh shit. Third from bottom. This week's the well. The well from last week's top.
Yeah.
This week's Lucky Day 7. So I think last week's was actually really quite good.
Yeah, that was the well, and then the week before was what was it? Lux.
Yeah.
Lux was good. But in this one, what actually happened? I can't remember now. What actually happened? Oh yeah, so the beginning of the story, it's based just after A Devil's Cord, because Ruby says to the Doctor, 30 minutes ago, we were talking to the Beatles. I miss Ringo. And then there's this person tried to basically make UNIT look like they're a load of rubbish and they're leeching off the taxpayers' money to do nothing. So they basically...
I will say it's probably the one guaranteed political story we will get. That was a very political motivated one, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it wasn't like a Chibnall story. Every one of Chibnall's was
political. It wasn't plain obvious.
No, but like I say, Russell T Davies, Stephen Moffat, and Chris Chibnall done the exact same thing. They add their own fan fiction to the show.
Yeah.
Do you agree? They all added their fan fiction. But Russell T Davies and Stephen Moffat did not ruin the show with their said fan fiction. But obviously Chris Chibnall did. Which I never liked. I never liked Chibnall's stories. I like Broadchurch, which Chibnall wrote, and
never seen him alive.
And Jodie Whittaker's in. So is David Tennant and David Bradley and person who played Rory, and a couple of others from Doctor Who. And there's a couple of others from Doctor Who in there as well. It's basically a Doctor Who. It looked like a Doctor Who spin-off, but it's not a Doctor Who spin-off because the Doctor's not in it. Even though
again.
I am getting distracted. Got a problem with that. Yes. But no, I like this story though. I thought this story was good.
I thought it was good. I think the season was quite good.
Yeah, because they know they've got to buck up their ideas because Disney's going to pull the plug soon on the show. So they try and end on a high.
But it's like this story was like... It was like... I don't really like a story where the Doctor's not in it.
But this one worked.
But he was heavily influenced in it. He kind of heavily influenced it.
Do you know what I think
it was like... It was a former companion from last series
coming back into it, yeah. But thing is, Ruby and the Doctor
was still in the plot.
Yeah, Ruby and the Doctor weren't together, but they were in the story. If that makes sense. Like it was mainly focused around Ruby, but the Doctor was mentioned many times, and yeah. But do you know what I think would be a good spin-off if they wrote it really good? What? I think Ruby for a year had not been in the show, right?
Yeah.
Do a spin-off aimed around her just after she leaves the Doctor.
Yeah, but that's gonna be that'd be a nice idea.
Because then you could give more screen time.
But they get funding for stuff like that.
How would it be complicated? Because you could get UNIT involved sometimes. The Doctor could crop up and get mentioned.
Had the pull plug on him. Anyway, I think they'd be very hesitant. They've got to keep the main show alive.
Well, you can't say... Yeah, but they've not pulled the plug to every spin-off. there's one spin-off I can think of on top of my head. I'm 100% sure BBC did never pull the plug on. The only reason it ended because the main actor died. That's Sarah Jane Adventures.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
The Sarah
Didn't
Jane
think about
Adventures.
the pulled on it.
I liked it. I fucking
I think
liked
it
it.
was. I think it was. I don't think it was destined to go on for that long.
Broadchurch was not Broadchurch. What's it? What's it? Torchwood
Portsmouth.
was not good.
That was shit.
Torchwood
I
I've
like
not. Yeah, Class
it.
was
That the one
okay.
with the side bikini thing with that woman.
That's
Was that
that's the one with
Portsmouth?
that's the one with John Barrowman.
That was so fucking awful.
That's the one with John. Yeah, yeah. But this episode, I thought it was good. What would you rate out of 10, Archie?
7. I don't think we're going to get a 10 from this.
I don't think
But
we will.
I'm kind of thinking
Unless
like compared to an actual prime Doctor Who episode, it's probably a 2. But I'm thinking what we're working with.
what
I
we've
think
had
I'll
so
give it-
far,
I think we've got
we've had
fair.
recent years.
I think I'll be fair.
Yeah,
It's probably his second best story. I
yeah.
think. I'm going to get into my theory. We're
His
getting a
best
Dalek
story.
story, mate. We're getting a Dalek story because I thought in the trailer this bit of this episode looked like a big plot of the series. In reality, it's just not.
I
We've still
think
got a
if we're
big
gonna get
thing to go.
thing is, if we do get a Dalek story, it's gonna be the last 2 episodes. You know, like last story.
Yeah, it would
There's
have to be
episode 1.
He's not had one of the main ones, is he?
No,
Like
because
the recurring monster he's had is that god thing of death and fucking
God thing.
a place called Midnight. What was that
Yeah.
god thing?
Oh yeah, like Scooby Doo. Yeah. The
That was such a
Scooby Doo thing.
wank ending.
It wasn't too
I
bad.
did not like it.
But like I
That finale
say,
was so underwhelming.
yeah. Ruby's exit was that I did like Ruby's exit because the doctor was like, I found her in
I thought she was a bit
2
cringy.
days.
But
The
the recent
doctor.
episode, I thought this is her best thing she's ever done in Doctor Who.
Yeah.
I thought she's very
No,
good.
but all I'm saying with the doctor, he said that I found her in 2 days. Is it really fair that I did have the TARDIS and alien technology to find her?
Yeah.
I thought that was good. But I'm just waiting for Zoe to see it now, because then I can talk to Zoe about it.
But
I don't think.
I don't think. Is, I don't know if you think the same thing, but last series I feel like she was a bit cringy in it. But
What?
it was her best work in Doctor Who. Yeah.
Thing is, she's a new companion, and you gotta settle into the role before you actually become good.
He was there.
Like David. No, because
Capaldi's probably a perfect one. I thought it was a bit flat in the first few episodes. And I think, in my opinion, he's one of the best now. Well, not like
yeah,
now,
but you got to find your footing.
Yeah, I think the audience
Thing
is
is,
used to it as well.
Yeah, and you got to get used to playing the role because you may be like a real,
advantage. He was like a Doctor Who super fan when he was growing up, anyway.
Even bigger fan than me.
So you were the fan.
And you would say I'm
someone, didn't he?
Yeah, saying that you should be the head of the fan club.
I think he got a slightly better role than that down the line.
Yeah, I would rather be the doctor than head of the fan club myself.
Yeah, be both.
You could be. He might be.
Yeah.
Don't forget. Once you're the doctor. Don't forget. Once you're the doctor, you're always the doctor. Because don't forget, every incarnation has a number.
Someone.
Like what Whittaker on about, or her.
Oh, she was shit.
Or Joe Marsh. What about Joe Marsh? She don't have a number. John Hurt don't have a number either.
I want about an actual.
Oh, you're on about Whittaker, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
She does. Sadly, she does have a number.
Oh, yeah.
She's 13. Unlucky for Sammy. But anyways, everyone, I think I'll about do it for the end of the video because we're going on for 10 minutes now, Archie.
Weirdly.
But that about does it for this video. As always, thank you so much for watching. Goodbye. Do you want to say anything for end the video, Archie?
Subscribe so we can get paid.